So maybe I will do a disclaimer for this video for people that don't want to listen to me rambling a lot or just ranting a lot and just having a tone in my voice where right now in my life I'm a little bit just meh. So a bit of a disclaimer: if you don't want to watch just a lot of rambling or ranting, you don't have to watch too much of the video. You don't have to watch this video. It's a bit of an explanation to why the videos has been lagging behind and why videos aren't really popping out at the moment, why it's being a bit slow, and what I am working on and what I'm struggling with a little bit. A lot of mental health, a bit of life updates-ish, and then some of the weight loss journey. Just so you get an update and a little bit of what is going on in life. But if you want to know, then watch this video. Hey there, Trooper, and welcome to another walk and talk. I really don't know what I'm doing. I keep not messing up per se, but I keep just rambling and ranting, and it kind of feels like I'm messing it up a little bit because I don't want to sit and edit for 10 hours and be like, oh yeah, I don't need this in the video, I don't need that in the video. More so, it's supposed to be an easy update on like what's happening in my life, what is going on, why am I not really updating videos, posting videos, why is it lagging behind, like what's happening, a little bit of an update, and then also putting in like my plans and stuff for the weight loss journey and everything. First of all, I want to say thank you to the people who have subscribed, that are continuously commenting and pressing the like button and supporting the channel, watching the videos, enjoying some of them, and like thank you. Continuously thank you. It is really, really good for the videos and the channel and for me. So thank you again. Try to sum things up. I deleted all of my previous videos because I was like, no, I'm not gonna try and edit it, just throw it away. Okay, so basically, first of all, my mental health has been declining the last 1, 2, 3 weeks. I don't even know. It's been a little bit a while. One of the reasons is that, you know, when my life starts to become a lot of doing more and more of the things that I don't really want to focus on and don't really want to do, my brain and my happiness, motivation and everything, I just feel pressured into doing things that I don't really want to do. But I kind of have to do them to get my unemployment money, to get a little bit of the money that I do have my rights to. But to get those money, you need to do things to get those money. You need to show that you're like willing to work. You need to show that you can work. I'm in this system now where you have to apply for jobs, and sure, it's like, of course, why not? I would probably be applying for some jobs here and there either way because, you know, overall getting some part-time job, a side hustle, get some money would be nice to save up for future plans and things. And for the future, I know I have to move, and I will move somewhere. But I don't know exactly what will happen and where I will move or anything. Like, I don't know what the future holds. But this system has gone from, you know, apply for 4 jobs to now apply for at least minimum 8 jobs. Some people say that's really tiny, but you don't know how much I am actually pushing into my days. So it's actually a lot for me right now. I have so much things that I'm doing throughout my days, so it's like suddenly it takes more time of the things that I don't really want to focus so much on. I know, privilege, but on top of that, this system has now also put me into this program that they have, where you get a coach that is going to help you, you know, make better personal letters, make better CVs, help you with spontaneous applications for different companies, and like help you really get into a job, probably a job that I will like. So it's positive in that way. It might hopefully become a job that I'm actually more interested in now. I'm not sure. But when you're in this program, you're of course, I'm starting to rant again. I'm starting to rambling again. When you're in this program, you have a coach that you're talking with like once every second week. Not that much time, of course. It's like 1 hour you're talking with them, maybe. Depends on how much you need to talk about. Then the other weeks you have workshops, and you need to be in one of the workshops. Doesn't matter how uninteresting they are for you. You need to be in one of them at least. 1.5 hour listening and talking a little bit in that workshop. Again, not that much time, 1.5 hour. You maybe learn something good, maybe something that you can really utilize. It's not like I'm bashing down on the program and be like, it's crap. It's just that, again, it's more and more time on the things that I don't really want to focus on. It might be good for me, it might be good overall, but it's, it's not really what I want to focus on. Then on top of that, of course, when you're talking with your coach and you're doing these workshops and everything, you will get homeworks. You will get things that you need to work on. Doing these homeworks can, of course, help you in getting to know yourself a little bit, getting to know yourself more and more, learn how to sell yourself a little bit, talk about yourself in who you are as a person. All of these things can, of course, be utilized in the future also. Even as I become maybe a YouTuber in the future, it's like, yeah, I will probably end up in a situation where I have to sell myself in a little bit or talk about myself in a positive way and be like, I know these things and I'm good at this and that. So overall, it can be really good things. I know that. So I'm not completely like super negative about the things. I can see the positive in it. But the baseline of it is that when it becomes more and more of the things that I don't really want to do, I become a little bit frustrated. And it messes up my schedule a bit. Like I put out the schedule for YouTube and I put out the schedule for my studies and everything I want to do in my life. As I said, I have a lot of things that's going on in my life that I'm pushing into, like my everyday. I'm doing 3D, 2D studies, trying to improve on that, because that might also be things that I could utilize in the future or also in a future job right now. Also trying to push in some Japanese maybe, because that could also be a thing that is a plus when you need to converse with suddenly someone that speaks Japanese. Or a lot of these things are things that I could and maybe will have good use for in the future. And then on top of that, I'm trying to really work on my health and work on this balance, work on eating right, water, learning about nutrition, learning about macros, doing workouts, moving around, building muscles, learning about also that kind of thing, like workouts in general. It is quite a lot to learn and it takes its time. And then doing these videos usually takes more time than I ever anticipate. It's like sometimes editing a video doesn't take that much time, but a lot of the time it takes a lot of time. Especially if you do want to learn a lot about editing and effects and the program you're using and everything. You kind of need to take a little bit of time and effort to really test it out and do these things. So I'm cramming quite a lot into my everyday. And on top of that, I'm also, wanting to play some games with friends and also having some rest time, because in the long run, if you don't rest, you might burn yourself out. It's quite easy to burn yourself out and push too hard for a long time. I've already done that a couple of times. Not really completely walk into the wall, but pushed so much that it's affecting me too hard. And right now is one of those moments where it's affecting me quite a lot. So again, I need to maybe rethink things a little bit. Sadly enough, maybe my YouTube videos can't be no longer after 8-9 months. It can no longer be my first priority. Maybe I need to actually make it a less priority, sadly. And that is what frustrates me a lot, and it affects my mental health quite quickly. And I think that is a thing that's been reoccurring in my life a couple of times. From time to time, I get this pressure from, society and the outside world, and I'm like, but I don't want to do this. I actually want to do that instead, and I want to just fully focus on it. But it's like, since YouTube is not a sure thing and it can take years until it actually becomes bigger and bigger, or it suddenly explodes sometimes and become popular, it's unfortunately one of those where you kind of maybe have to focus on other things for a while, having YouTube as that thing you love to do but you can't do as much of as you would like to. Not until the day when you actually do manage to get a certain amount of subscribers, active subscribers, and you get the amount of money that makes it so that you can focus more and more on YouTube. Maybe you have to put a lot of effort and focus into the job that's actually giving you money, so that you can have a decent life and use that money for upgrading gear for YouTube and buying food that you like and so on. So I don't know, maybe that side of my mentality is a little bit childish still. I become a little bit cranky and stuff when that happens, and I kind of know this, but at the same time it's still hard to just accept it and be like, yeah, it's fine. I haven't really found like how do I just stay on the whole side of yeah, it's fine. It's like I can at least still have the privilege to do these YouTube videos. So that's what we call a privilege. I have the privilege to be able to afford these gear so I can film videos. I have the privilege to have some time right now, and since the last 6, 7, 8 months I've actually posted quite a lot of videos and been able to do all of these things. So it's a privilege. But now it's been starting to push towards the other end, and it has affected my mentality. And then on top of that, trying to change the subject now, going into the other parts of the video. The weight loss journey, or the the reboot. The reboot that I'm gonna call it, because for 7 weeks I ate at a maintenance, like quite a high calorie maintenance. Did gain a bit of weight, so basically why it's also a reboot then is because we're now at the very beginning again. We're at square one, like in the beginning of the weight loss journey. At the beginning of the weight loss journey I was at 82 kilos, maybe 81, 82, and now I'm back at 81, 82. But now I have also for 7 weeks straight eaten at a high calorie maintenance basically. Yes, I gained a little bit of weight. It was because of some weekends where I really ate a lot of calories. I know at a certain point of calories I do start to gain a bit of weight, so usually I can eat between 2,300 towards 3,000 and still be maintaining weight. It depends. If I go over 3,000, the chances are that I will gain weight is significantly higher. Then it starts to become like some more and more weight. And if I do that over the course of, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or a weekend like that, and you gain like a bit of weight and then you eat at a maintenance, that weight will stay on you, right? But either way, the point of this maintenance week was that it would kind of reboot my system, reboot the body, so it would understand that we are eating at a high amount of calories now, and it will continue to be like that, right? You're trying to trick the body a little bit, try to make the body adapt to things. And then when the 8 weeks started, last week I think it is, kind of progress into eating towards 2,000 calories, because when I did the calculations of what my lowest maintenance level is for calories, it was at 2,300-ish. So eating at about 2,000 calories, I should lose some weight, right? So I started working towards that slowly, not slowly, but under a week I pushed down towards 2,000 calories, tried to really stick to that. Also planned in at least 3 workouts per week. Maybe sometimes it could happen it becomes 4, but it's like minimum 3 times per week. So I would say I'm doing light workout towards medium workouts, and overall, if I listen to my body, I can't eat under 2,000 calories. I just can't, because then I start to feel really weird and lethargic and bad in my body. So at some point you also gotta, listen to your body more than just looking at the numbers. When doing my workouts, I've also tried to push a little bit extra, like really do some extra reps if I don't have more weight, or if I do have more weight, I will put a little bit more weight into some of the workouts. Try to push a little bit, maybe some muscle growth will happen. And so I've been eating at a deficit for about 2 weeks, I would say. And I'm thinking of already doing a maintenance week. Yesterday we did have like midsummer here, so it's been a little bit more food, it's been a little bit more snack and everything. So I guess kind of with that I'm deciding that maybe I'll do a maintenance week then from now on, because you're not supposed to do the deficit week for too long. So doing a maintenance week now for maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, and then go back again into a deficit. My scale weight was at Wednesday, it was down at 80.6, I think it was. So something did happen, but mostly it was probably water weight. That's usually the first thing that happens when you eat less. You lose a little bit of water weight. So But still it was like showing signs that something was happening. But then the point comes here where, again, this is another thing that is affecting my mental health. This weight loss journey is really being long and just, I don't know. It's been a long journey. Like, of course, it's not only been these 6, 7, 8 weeks where I've been filming. It's also been like years, and I've gone through a sickness, and I've gone through like some struggles, and I have an ex that dumped me partly because of looks and stuff like that. So that's another thing that's been like slowly eating at my brain the couple of last weeks and months. From time to time I just lose the spirit, like not the spirit in a way that I stopped working out or that I stopped doing these things, just the spirit of like again, it's not a sure thing. I have no idea if I actually will in the end lose weight or if it will take years. Like, I don't know how long this journey is, and my mind is still kind of, you know, stuck a lot in like old thinking. Like something is still stuck there in my brain where I'm being discouraged when it's not happening quickly enough or when it's not giving the results that I want. Throughout the last couple of 3 years, I have managed to lose weight. I have managed to go down to, I think at one point I was at 75. But overall, you know, I can see where the fat is and I can also see where the muscles is. So that's nice. I can see like where my body is at. The one scale that I'm using kind of gave me a low blow again. Like 2 days ago when I was weighing myself, it was showing like I was down at 80.6 on Wednesday, and then one night after that it was showing like, okay, 81.3 or something. Like, I always weigh myself like 3 times, 4 times in a row because the scales are a little bit old and they can show a little bit of different numbers. So it showed like 81.3 or something. Now I was like, oh yeah, that's good. Okay, that's like good. Then I will be at 80 something the next day, because usually you lose around 0.6 to 1 kilo per night. At least I do. But then when I was standing on it the third time or the fourth time, I don't know, the third time I think, suddenly it popped up to like 82.6 or something. And I was like, what? That's 1.5 kilo difference just popping up like that. And so I get a little bit, you know, angry at that because, again, it's a long journey. I've been annoyed a lot of times, and the journey just keeps on going up and down and all around all the time, and I haven't really figured out my mentality when it comes to all of this. So that was also a little bit of a low blow, because I thought that it was going down. Maybe it was mostly water weight, and then suddenly, poof, 1.5 kilo just comes back. And I'm like, what? And then when I tried my other old scale, it also showed that actually it's still around this weight. And then I tried my dad's scale, that's like a new one, and it also showed that actually you're around this weight. Beep, 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 poo, poo. Super annoying. And so the old habits and thinking of like, oh, why is not things going the way I want them to? And why am I just not losing this scale weight? It's just really gnawing in the back of my head. And trying at the very same time to just love your body and accept things as they are. And like I don't know, I don't think I look super bad. It's not that. But I do want to lose this couple of extra kilos that I have on my body. I don't want to look like I don't want to look like this poofiness that I have right now. I don't want to have those bread rolls on my back. I don't want to have that little bit of extra flab on my arms. I don't want to have that stomach that is just really very poofy right now. And even if they are not super big and it's not super bad, like I have a bit of like my profile and you can always see that little extra bloop under my chin. I don't overall have that kind of chin where it's like if I lose weight it becomes super thin there. I don't have that kind of chin. So overall it's always a little bit of something here. But right now, when I'm a couple of kilos overweight, it's a bit more. And if I would lose a couple of kilos to a certain point, it would probably disappear a little bit at least. I would look a little bit less poofy. So yeah, overall I'm just very frustrated. And now this video has again become ranting and rambling and me just being very annoyed. So yeah, self-image, loving yourself and everything like that has been a struggle. Having continuous patience for weeks and months. And if I'm breathing a lot right now, it's because I'm walking in an uphill. But yeah, it's really been a lot of struggles. And I continue to struggle with it. To work towards a place where you want to be when it comes to looks and your body and everything. And then nothing really happens. It's very frustrating. And it hasn't been just, you know, a week or a couple of months. It's been years. It's been years of this. A lot of back and forth and learning a lot of things. Continuously working very hard with all of this. So it's not just some recent thing and the whole typical, you just have to have patience. I'm trying to have patience. I'm really trying to. It's just, I've just been trying to have patience for a very long time. So sometimes it's hard to continuously have patience and just be super happy about things. So then coming to another point of everything, and another thing that affects me quite quickly and quite a lot. Another thing that I haven't maybe fully worked on when it comes to like my mental health and life and everything is the fact that, well, as I maybe mentioned, I don't even know anymore. I have an ex that basically dumped me because of looks. Basically dumped me because of looks and everything. I've also throughout my whole life have struggled with my self-image and, you know, self-love and all of that. And then for a year now I've been really, you know, really focusing just on myself, not really thinking so much about guys, relationships and all of that. Actually really just enjoying myself, being single and doing my things, and overall just haven't felt like I have time to have like a boyfriend or guys in my life. So I haven't really been dating or going into Tinder or any dating apps or anything. Plus it's been Corona, so it's like just been the perfect time to not date or anything like that. Talk, breathe and walk. Not the best combination. But yeah, where was I? So another thing that popped into my life. I haven't really been focusing on guys or anything, only on myself. But with that fact, then, when not focusing on guys and not doing those things, like with all things in life, when you're not really in the situations that you need to work on, you don't really work on them, right? And then they come into your life again and you have to suddenly start working on them again. You have to suddenly start trying to figure out why some things are not really working in your thinking and your attitudes. So one of the things that popped into my life is a guy. And overall, and if you're watching this, don't take it the wrong way, we haven't really really had conversations. We haven't really gotten to know each other. Overall, it doesn't seem to be super serious. I'm not fully sure what's going on. What I noticed quite quickly with myself was that even though it's not maybe super serious, like I don't really know fully what's going on. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with this. Seems to be a little bit of some kind of interest there. / maybe it could happen something. It's still a bit of Corona and it's still a little bit of this whole how to deal with that kind of situations, like how to meet each other and all of that. Mostly it's just been like Snapchats. I personally feel like you can't really really get to know each other through Snapchats. So it's really, I don't know. But again, get to the point. Get to the point. Point is again with my mental health, my attitudes, things from the past, mixed in with the whole trying to lose weight, mixed in with the whole trying to focus on my own things, mixed in with the whole maybe not having the most self-love of how I am looking at the moment. It has... Hej! Trevligt.
Ja.
I'm so awkward. Jeez. But that was cute. Either way, so quite quickly I went back into the thoughts of, okay, this guy won't like me for me. This guy will probably, if he sees like how my body is at the moment, probably judge it and be like, oh yeah, I'm not really attracted to that kind of body. Like this, like portraying my insecurities at the person. Like, I know all guys. Ow! What the fuck? You bit me right in the... So yeah, portraying my insecurities at this person. Like, I know all guys aren't those type of human beings that are looking at your body and be like, ew, fat. Some people will love you for who you are. Some guys will really love you for who you are, and like not be bothered so much by some fat or a lot of fat, and maybe also actually see that you are working hard towards being healthy and doing all of these healthy habits, and like actually look at you, who you are as a person and what you're working towards. As I said, I don't really know this guy. We have only been Snapchatting. There's a lot of things I don't know in this situation, that I don't know about this person, that this person doesn't know about me. Oh my god, mosquitoes. Like, there's so much things that I don't know, and in those situations one shouldn't focus like too much on it. I'm an overthinker, so it's quite easy that I start to dig too deeply into it and start, not necessarily drive myself insane on it, but you know, I start to just think too much. I start to dig too deeply in something that maybe I don't have to dig so deep into. So it's like immediately my insecurities in these areas and all of the frustrations kind of started mirroring on this guy. So I do want to have like the confidence in myself. I do want to have the confidence in who I am. Because overall, as a person, I do believe and think and feel that I'm a really good person. I'm a really good person. I'm a really nice, hardworking person, and I give a lot. Like, overall, I'm just a really good, nice person. I also have my faults. Yes, I am not perfect. That's not what I'm saying. Just basing it off overall my life and friends that I've talked to and people I have in my life, you know. Most people do believe and think that I'm a good person. And I'm really trying to believe that myself. But my insecurities when it comes to my looks and how my body is at the moment and all of these things are very strong. And in its ways, you know, I don't wanna chase affirmation from this guy that he would have to tell me over and over again that, hey, I actually think you're cute, I actually think you're... I don't want to have to chase affirmations from him or from others to tell me that, ooh, you are good looking. It also needs to, like with most things when it comes to mental health and self-image, it needs to come from the inside. It needs to come from your own inside. People around you can only help and try to pep you up with words and try to make you happy with words, but you yourself have to really work on the last bits and pieces and work on the parts where you actually do believe this with yourself. You actually really try to adapt to it. So that's also a thing that just suddenly started happening, and it started to mix in with the whole frustration of the weight loss journey that hasn't really happened, and everything is just starting to mix together and jumble together, and my brain is just being a big, you know, that image of like a thread that is just everywhere and you need to get the knots out and you need to clean it up. That's a little bit of the situation right now. I just need to clean it up. So therefore I haven't really done a lot of videos. I have done some videos because as I keep saying, sometimes I still do think it's fun. I still do enjoy it. It's just a tendency in my brain that a lot of times happens, is that when it becomes too much and then when it becomes a lot of things that I need to fix, you know, I have a very hard time separating my brain from the things that I need to do when I'm having fun with something else. They usually tend to stick in my brain like, oh, you need to fix these things, you need to fix it. So therefore when I'm doing one thing, I'm not leaving the other thing. And then when I'm doing the other thing, I'm not leaving the other thing. It continuously is quite a lot of things going on in my brain. So therefore, here you have a long video of me talking about my mental health and how it's very jumbled right now, how it's just a lot of things going on. So yeah, there you have it. A lot of things going on, a lot of things that I need to sort out, and a lot of things that are affecting my brain in old kind of patterns. I've always been quite easily affected when it comes to these different areas. It's a reoccurring pattern. Need to work on this whole giving the affirmations to myself, actually just believing that looks isn't everything. It just isn't. It isn't. It's nice to adventure. I've never gone here. It is a lot of mosquitoes. Going back, nice little wood road. Overall, I feel it was really nice to just ramble out quite a lot. At least you now know why the other videos have been lacking and why it's been lagging. I know I have mentioned to like friends and stuff that like my mental health has been a little bit meh. Now you get some more context to it. If you do have similar experiences or some good tips or any type of love you can give me, do write it in the comment section below. It's always highly appreciated, of course. Being an overthinker and a person that sometimes need a little bit of affirmations, it's always very nice. Thank you. I will maybe not post so many other videos these upcoming days. Like right now I will probably focus more on trying to apply for the jobs, get some of that shit done. Oh yeah, but one other thing that has also messed with my schedule quite a lot. Every time I've been like eating food, I become super tired. It's like the kind of tired where you sit by the computer and you kind of start to close your eyes because you just can't keep them up. In those moments I make the choice that okay, it's better to walk away from the computer, maybe lay down on the couch or the bed and sleep a little bit, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I don't do that. Or I haven't done that. The better plan would be to do that, so I'm gonna try and really learn to do that and not take up the mobile phone and start looking at TikTok. Now that my brain has been a little bit sad and negative and everything, TikTok has really been a boost in serotonin, like that in the moment quick kind of serotonin. Feels really good in the moment. But in the long run, it just makes everything worse because you're wasting time on something that doesn't give to your own life and your own schedule. Maybe I will get one of those apps that just blocks the other apps. So this weekend, today and tomorrow, it's Saturday and Sunday right now. I will try to I will focus on getting this video up so that you know. And then the Sunday I will also focus on the schedule, fixing with the phone and the apps and stuff, getting the discipline and the routines in and the balance in, and hopefully next week I can start a little bit fresh again. I will also focus on applying for jobs and fixing all of that stuff, getting some of that out of the way because it's, you know, it's bothering my mind, it's bothering my head. Hopefully next week will be a little bit better. I might also have to maybe, but time will show if I have to maybe rethink my YouTube videos. Like I can still have Monday memories, Wednesdays work, Friday fun and Sunday scare, but maybe I will do like with the Wednesdays work. Maybe it will be every other week. So one week it will be Wednesdays work and Sunday scare. And then the other week it will be Monday memories and Friday fun. That could also work. Tell me what you think in the comments. Just for the upcoming times, like I don't know how much I will have to focus on applying for jobs and actually doing all of the other things with my coach and everything. If you are by the end of this video here, I thank you so very much for watching through this video. If you did enjoy this episode or anything in the episode, please press the thumbs up button for love and support. It really helps the channel, it helps me, and it helps with the algorithm and all of that. For the next Wednesday's work will probably in 2 weeks times again, or whatever will happen going forward now. Have some great weeks, have a great day, and I'll see you in another episode. Stay strong, trooper. Bye. Boop.